Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 14th episode of Jahy-sama wa Kujikenai. And last episode, we had our beach episode, which I will always take. It wasn't quite your typical beach episode, like there wasn't the splashing around and all that. I mean, there was some splashing around, but not quite the, yeah, I assume you know what I'm imagining in my head, but it wasn't quite like that. It was more like frantic rescuing people, finding gems. I think there was a shark at some point. Yeah, like it was a lot of chaos splashing, I guess is what I would call it. But we had that. We also had the stuff with Druge, which was great because I mean Druge is Druge, and also got to showcase some character development because the Jahy that Druge knows is not quite the same as the Jahy she knew back in the day, right? Spent some character development there, but also was able to feel a little bit of that masochistic nature of Druge in the scene as well. But yeah, this episode, I think we're gonna have a confrontation with Kyoko, our evil magical girl, and yeah, I guess we'll see how that goes. So let's jump on in. 3, 2, 1, play. I only call her evil because she's, kind of an antagonistic role to our main character. She did do that. That was kind of a cool shot, even though it was just stepping in a puddle. We have our showdown location. Although I think the title says something about Kyoko not wanting to fight, but I don't know. We'll see how things go. I'm pretty sure that one part she says, "Give me something," and I would do it if I could. You. You. Just the sheer differences in facial expressions between the two of them and that sunset gazing shot. It kind of makes the scene. No, we haven't really seen that character like in the main show, so can't really say too much about her personality, but she comes across as a quiet, reserved type. And a bit of a glutton, I guess. Whenever she says, "Give me some shing," it kind of gives me life. But anyway, back to our epic encounter. That is her. Wait till you see my true form. She should have said, "This is not my final form," before she transformed. Oh well. Well, I guess everyone. I guess she's. The word wasn't coming. Rock throw attack. That's terrible accuracy, though. Well, you're having a legit battle, okay. Yes, throwing rocks. Yeah, that's more or less what I expected. Throw more rocks. Imagine somebody just walking by. You're gonna knock those buckets over if you're not careful. Wow, that was like a whole bucket's worth at once. Okay. I'm just not used to this. This is so... It feels so weird to have this kind of thing in the show. Because this is like a legit battle you'd see in like a shonen battle anime or whatever. Like, I don't expect it to last too long, but... Good question. Is it? Like some kind of masochist. No, a little bit. Maybe not everything, but a little bit. Doza. Oh, it's okay. Flashback mode. Live story mode. I don't know why. Every time it's like white on the screen, it's like my face is like a ghost. There's not much I can do about that, but unless I get like really far from the screen, but that'd be hard to do. Oh wow, reflection, that's so cool. I mean, this fight's already a lot cooler than I thought it would be. Become number 2 again. Jahy-sama doesn't give up. Just stepping on Druge. Oh, that look on Landlady's face. Oh. What you gonna do now? Oh. It was horrible. I still live in a crappy apartment. Such an interesting speech for a demon to give the magical girl. It's definitely went a bit of a sweet direction. well, okay then. I really was not expecting a lot of this. Like, I'm not sure what I was expecting, but I mean, that's not gonna scare off Jahy. So I've heard. I mean, never mind. Oh, okay, I guess Talk no Jutsu worked. I mean, I think that's what she said. By the way, what's your name? That feels wrong, Jahy-kun. I don't think anyone's ever called her that. I mean, I'm pretty sure she's called Jahy-sama in the title of the show, but yeah, our dynamic has shifted a bit, I think. Would you please move in with me, Jahy? Yeah, we started something. Thinking bribe her with snacks just because she's child-sized. Well, you would be right. Just the way she said it. Oh gosh, she... I know, right? She looks so excited, though. I mean, yeah, we had an epic battle and everything, and yeah, of course we're friends. Yeah, you can't just go back like that. I'm pretty sure you more or less said you were friends with her now. Like, maybe didn't use the word friend, but... She did say something about love, I remember that. There we go. Now let's get it in writing. I mean, pretty much all your friends are kind of like that. Now we have our magical girl talking about the story in the Dark Realm. My bad. I'm definitely reflecting on it. She may have said that at some point. A lot is happening there. Right. Well, that's good to hear. But yeah, I'm also... Who's your higher up? Like, it's not gonna be a plot twist where it's like the Demon King, is it? Because it just almost... I can almost feel that happening. Because I've been wondering how she would enter the story, you know? But that wouldn't really make sense, so I don't know. So what's your... How? That was not what I was expecting. Again, I don't know what I was expecting, but if anything, like, I don't know, Ojo-sama Japanese-style mansion kind of house, I don't... but this does make sense, I say. Oh god, that one was a centipede. Itsumodori. Is it a cockroach? I definitely see the darkness over there. So, again, that could be the Demon King. Just, you know, hikikomoriing it up. Exactly. Well, there we go. We finally got her in the show. We have some time left, so... Yeah, Jahy should be pretty excited to see her. I want a hug scene. I don't care who starts it, just... And she just slurping top ramen. One touch noodle. I don't think Jahy's gonna let you do that. Just slapped. Yeah, show some respect to our Lord and Savior over here. That's such a memeable image right there. Mao-sama finally has entered the scene. Is she saying something? They didn't sound like words to me. I didn't hear that. Don't look at me, Kyoko. But I'm just glad she's in the show now. Well, yeah, don't you see how similar she looks to Jahy-kun? One facet. You broke her heart. Maybe she has two. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense. I was wondering why she was here specifically, but there you go. It's like gathering the Dragon Balls and summoning the Eternal Dragon in your house. If there was ever something worth celebrating, that's it. Let's invite Druge. Because she would probably be excited too, right? I'm sure our Demon King will get on that pretty soon. I believe that. Like I said, Kuishimbo, like, she's very much a glutton as we see in the opening. Yeah, you know, the little I will get to eat. Be careful what you tell her to do. Feels like we got a second iteration of Druge. So the potential rivalry between those two characters is making more and more sense, since she's definitely getting into a very similar kind of role. Especially since they're like both masochists, you know? In literal vacuum. I mean, you should know her well enough to know that she would do this. And this is a side effect of destroying the heart. Delivery menu, okay. Pizza burgers. Wow. Can you invite me? Literally the worst. Jahy has a very interesting circle of friends in this show. Okay. Well, I mean, pizza, you gotta be fast. It'll go quick. Yeah, but you want some, don't you? Because it's probably not gonna happen. Even the takoyaki. But Jahy doesn't really get to eat nice food very often, so it's pretty sad to have it, just kind of taken like that. Like, it's nice to see her happy, but Jahy-kun. Wow, how kind and benevolent of you. Truly someone worth serving. Not to brag or anything, but it's not a competition. But do you love her more than Druge? That's the real question. I want to see those two just fight for Jahy's love. Because it can happen. The show's definitely set it up where that could happen. Okay, let's get more details. Gotta set the scene. Now she's gotta sell some matches. Oh god, that's horrible. Cats hate water at the best of times and it's like ice cold. But yeah, no hesitation rescuing her. Truly magical girl worthy. Not sure how this connects to anything yet, but we'll see. That poor cat. It's gonna be so cold. Also, cat is tiny. Oh! Okay, are we gonna meet someone in the water? Like a rescuing hand comes out and... Is that the heavens giving you your mission? Don't think I recognize that voice. It feels like an isekai scene. You know, the isekai process. Kind of. Has a sort of feel to it. Please free people from the misfortune. Right. So you don't know too much about who spoke to you then? Because that really didn't tell us too much. Yeah, they'll just recruit another QB, recruit another magical girl. I couldn't get that sentence out, sorry. Of course. Is she even over there still? Well, apparently while we weren't looking, she got pregnant. Magnificent presence. She's not the most talkative one. With a cute smile, though. I never doubted you. The shadowy figure we see is not quite the same as what we see now. Maybe she just we were the only one with good enough ears to hear her. Because it kind of reminds me of the Yuri school council president. I don't think you're right. I'm never wrong. I'm Jahy-sama. That's very lengthy. Did she say all that? Does she? I think you just want to live with her. So you might be projecting. If we can always live here, it'll be great. She's way ahead of me. Not that that's the high bar, but yeah, what if this is some kind of sitcom? You know, Magical Girl, Demon King all living together. I think she's gonna be okay with the idea. Yeah, that's her priority. Yeah, she ain't moving. I just latch onto her. That was cute. Because there's food here. Why would I ever leave? Why would I ever leave? That's me, my white, just blinding my face. I mean, food is actually not to be underestimated. It's like daughter clinging to her mother. Like, all those shots is what that looks like. And not often is a Jahy competing for someone's affection. Yeah, ironic considering Kyoko was one that broke her heart to begin with, and yet she's clinging to her. Life is funny sometimes, I guess. I'm gonna drink some water now, while the ED plays. Also, this thing's not locked. There we go. But yeah, I do think in general my new monitor is brighter than my old one. That's probably why it has the light in my face problem. But theoretically I could mess with the settings of the monitor and see if I can improve that, but as a general rule I don't like messing with settings because I easily break things. I know some people say things like they use a reflection on the monitor to help sync up with the reactor, but it's probably a such thing as too much in that regard. Just jumping in for that hug. The boss cannot decide. Well, Tencho is what it means by boss, but whatever. Okay. That was the 14th episode of Jahy-sama wa Kujikenai. And even like this, it's still rather, well, actually if I move my OBS preview over here, it helps a bit. So I'll probably just have it have it there. Anyway, as far as the episode goes, it was really good. Like I was talking before about kind of like expectations and what I had and what it was actually like. But because like I could have swore the title that we got last time said something about not fighting, so I was kind of thinking maybe there'd be a bit of a like false start, like hey we're about to fight, let's go, and then Kyoko says no. I think that was more or less kind of what I was expecting, but nothing too concrete. So, but no, we actually for a little bit we had a straight up what you would see in any kind of Maxwell girl battle kind of show, right? We had legit battle choreography and stuff. Like it was a nice surprise, definitely, to actually get that sort of stuff before we could get the eventual talking the opponent down sort of scene for us to get from the enemies to friends kind of thing, right? Jahy did a pretty good job making that a reality and just throwing the rocks. Like I mean, I knew she brought the gems to fight with, but like I would just imagine her like grabbing them, like sucking the power into her, and then like shooting dark magical, energy blasts. That's kind of what I was imagining. But she was more like just literally throwing them at Kyoko, occasionally melding them into a big spiky ball. But yeah, not quite what I was imagining at all. Even had like I think Kyoko attacking with her stick at some point, like the classic blade on blade, like they're too strong, I gotta push them back, kind of thing, right? So we got that, which I enjoyed. Also, the setting for the fight was good too. We were by like that classic river, just a really nice setting for it. Definitely. But yeah, got a bit of a better understanding of our magical girl character. Even learned about her like when she became a magical girl, falling into the river after rescuing a cat. Some mysterious light figure from above granting her the quest to destroy the magical crystal, which was the Demon King's heart. And there's still a lot of mystery about exactly that, because Kyoko seemed convinced she was set on a mission from heavens or whatever, but like we don't know if that's the case. We just know that there is a light and somebody gave her special powers and a mission. Could have been anyone. Could have been a random human mage that just hates demons. Like we really don't know what it is, so there's still some mystery there. Like at a certain point I was thinking maybe it was the Demon King that gave her the job, and like I don't know, maybe some kind of weird strategy that I was too big brain for me to understand. I don't know. I didn't really know, because I knew we had to somehow get our Demon King character into the show because she's in the opening and stuff. Obviously she's gonna come in the show somehow, and I was kind of thinking like, how could that happen? Like we're just walking down the street on our way to work and we literally bump into like, hey, you're number one in command of the Dark Realm. Fancy meeting you here. How you been? Ogenki just got like, what exactly was gonna happen? So I thought maybe this could be a way to do that, but it was actually somewhat similar. I mean, we still got to her through Kyoko going to her place, right? Like Kyoko, I guess, didn't know she was there. She was just, because I know Kyoko said she saw a dark shadow. I guess she just literally never even opened the door to see who was in there. I guess seeing the dark aura kind of emanating from there was enough for her to just like nope out. But yeah, Jahy opened it up and yeah, she saw her. And like I thought, she was pretty happy about it because yeah, she's her boss. She's clearly has a lot of respect and admiration for her, definitely, as well as being the only one that's allowed to be like in her presence and who can understand her and stuff like that. So I didn't understand a word she said. Like supposedly she said a little bit. I mean, I'm pretty sure she said a little bit, but whether or not Jahy successfully knows what she says is up in the air, especially since we've got all but confirmed some of the stuff was just not accurate, because Jahy would do her interpretation and then we get this amazing pouty face from our Demon King character. So yeah, obviously not 100% accurate at the very least. But also try to get her to come home with her, which I would have done the same thing, but not up for it. She's in a nice spot, nice and dark, it has food. Why would she leave? So yeah, she just kind of clinging to Kyoko like it's her mommy's, which is that's funny and on several levels, but yeah, it did not quite work getting her out of there. But yeah, just the three of them living together would just be hilarious, because it's very much, like I said, sitcom kind of stuff, like wacky premise, people living together. Magical girl that tried to destroy the dark realm, as they call it, and the ruler of that place, and the second in command of that place, who's the protagonist of the show, getting wrapped up in this chaotic stuff, right? Like, you could definitely write some interesting gags and stuff on that premise, but man, she just like literally inhaled a lot of that food. But yeah, like I said, still some mystery going on, but we have made a very big shift as far as the relationship between Jahy and Kyoko. They are now friends. I mean, Jahy was, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she definitely said something about showering her with love till she bursts. I don't remember exactly how she phrased it, but it was something like that. Kyoko definitely responded to it, and like I said, Kyoko very much is a very similar kind of role as Druge now. Like, she's always been like a masochistic character, so I guess on some level I should have kind of saw some parallels between her and Druge. I didn't, for some reason, didn't quite click with me, but you know, once we had the claim in the previous episode, Jahy talking about how Kyoko is like her new subordinate or whatever she told Druge, right? And she got some jealousy started there. Even at that point, I still didn't quite realize, it didn't all click just how some of those two were. But once Kyoko made the shift from enemy to friend, what do you want to call this? Like, the Druge and her are basically the same exact role at this point, right? Very much masochistic. They love Jahy. They want attention from her, right? Like, it's just very similar roles. I want to see them in the same scene with Jahy. Like, that's got to happen at some point, right? They've done too much to set that up for it to not be a thing eventually. So hopefully we get to see that soon. Right, and I am curious what kind of a role the Demon King will have in the show going forward, right? Like, she's obviously very quiet, very chill, very passive, just like to eat food. But she's in the show now, so she's got to do something, right? So I don't know, she'll just try to get a job. Probably not. That would involve leaving the house. And she really does come across as a hikikomori, like full on. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I just want to see her and Jahy hang out more. Maybe go get it back to eat somewhere, right? As long as Jahy can convince her that the food at some random restaurant, possibly the one she works at, is better than what's at Kyoko's place, she could probably get her to come along, perhaps. But, so yeah, good episode. I quite enjoyed it. I think that's all I really got to say on the episode. So if you enjoyed my reaction to it, I hope you click the like button, subscribe, support me on Patreon so I can keep doing what I'm doing. And I hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.